Welcome back to Stationeers. This is episode 10 of my EUROPA playthrough on Stationeer difficulty with 10 times a day-night duration, 200 minutes instead of 20 minutes, via console hack. Some of the things I had built so far turned out to be insufficient in the previous episode. For example, I made this solar park thing, and then in the morning I had run out of power, and so the solar panels were no longer turning towards the sun. So then I spent the day out mining, and the solar panels were completely oblivious that the sun was shining on them. So when I came back, the batteries were still empty. Stupid! So one of the things I need to do is I want to do something that I have done before. I just wanted to do it differently this time, you know, and that was not a dumb idea, except in this particular case. What I want to do differently here now, like I have it done before, is I want to make this power source completely stand on its own feet, you know. It will have its own power supply, its own power buffer, and it will run its own chip, independent of the rest, and it will... once the sun has set, the solar panels will turn there, where the sun will come out. So even if they have run out of power in the morning, I mean, whatever supplies them, probably a battery in here, which I actually had before even, then they will be woken up again. Like the Nautilus when the moon rises, the moon shows up. Okay, battery room, and this is supposed to be the central power supply for everything here, but it was surprisingly weak, man. But maybe that's just because the power that was coming in was too weak? I don't know. Well, I've turned off the deep mining facility because it uses 700 watts when it's relatively idle, when just the deep miner is running, and the two centrifuges are running, but every once in a while it will also be furnace-ing, and then it uses, I guess, up to 2000 watts maybe? This here, way more wind turbines that I want to make. You can see here how far this actually went originally. Here, where the light is. But now we're back here. Because the base station already consumes much more power. And, well, it turned out in the previous episode, and that's another problem that we're having. This is one of our two airlocks. On this side, there's more on the other side. It turned out that the power... that I'm having brownouts when I'm during normal operations, basically. Brownout meaning that some things will be shutting down, and some of the things shutting down are actually here in my logic room, the chips, which are controlling, for example, the temperature in the station. So, no, that's not good at all. That doesn't fly. So I don't know how to deal with that yet, but those are problems which we have to solve. This one here has the purpose of pumping over to those empty batteries 50 kilowatts. Wait, 50 kilowatts? Yeah, 50 kilowatts of power. That's why there's quite a drag on these, so I don't want to let this run now. This is newly installed, and here I actually had to go underground because of all this cable spaghetti chaos. Anyway, so the previous episode had a nice thumbnail which doesn't quite look realistic because the floor here is not yet decorated. Let's fix that so that it's no longer a lie. Wait, that's a wall. I need a flat wall. Oh, I thought I had enough for doing this. Well, let's print some flat walls. Oh, I have printed flat walls. Oh, very fortunate. Look at all this crap lying around. Yeah, well, that's why I made this room. I'm not yet done moving in. So all very fresh still. And somewhere on the horizon is, of course, an advanced furnace room that I have to make, so I can make the advanced alloy, so I can get a better spacesuit. And whatever else will come then, because that's a bit unclear where I will head from there. Okay, that does not fly at all. Would you kindly go away? Thank you. Yep, now it looks kind of like in the screenshot. Actually, a little Photoshop tip. What I did there was I had lowered the brightness of the entire screen in the screenshot that I'd taken in Photoshop, and also then the gamma. So not just the peak brightnesses and everything else down a little, but also then like a curve, you know. And then I had used a mask to exclude the lights themselves from that. What effect does that have? Well, this thing lights that stuff. And ideally, I want these to be the brightest thing in the screenshot. And everything else here should be slightly less bright. And that's how it is in that thumbnail. So it feels more physical, more real. I've done that for other stuff too, like a photo of some landscape with the sun. That has some nice effect when everything's a bit darker, including the snow. The sun should be really the brightest thing in that image. Yeah, and some more lights here on this side. I already printed them.
Hunger critical.
Hello? Oh yeah. Bit weird, but okay. Maybe I also want to put one here, but yeah, that's the thing. I mean, how much power am I drawing when it comes to lights? It's a lot of power by now already. Yeah. Could put a light here as some kind of yeah, portal through which we enter. And how would I solve the power problem? Well, there's multiple ways to do that. One cheap way, cheap in quotation marks, is of course to just say, let's make everything made from heavy cables. And that's a bit cheap because then we will not have to deal with the power concept so much. And it would be cooler if everything was on its own network. This is a network, this is a network, each room on its own network, you know? Like it's kind of in your apartment where there's a switch for the kitchen and a switch for the bathroom and this bedroom together or something like that, you know? However, the downside then is if I want to install any logic, that logic will have to go in there
Hydration critical.
on its own cables, or I would have to install the chip right here on location. And there's something I'm actually considering. I mean, it's a cool thing to have this logic center here. Definitely is. Go here, program, this is where the chips are. But I don't know, I mean, decentralizing seems to be a better approach. I mean, you know, then I could have some kind of central room that surveils all this. I mean, this room could have a lot of LEDs and so forth, and maybe also some logic which is used to control the rest of it. But the actual logic that controls the rest of it, I guess, should not be in this place. Is what I'm considering. What you also have to think about, though, on the other hand, is that for example, the miner facility is out there in the cold. And if I would want the chip for the deep mining facility to be out here, that would currently work, but the developers already have some plans, had already for over a year, to do chips with different capacities, which also need to be protected from the elements, you know. So it might well be that at some point, if I place a chip down out here, it will just no longer function. I mean, there's nothing on the immediate horizon in regards to this, and the developers currently are planning to do a project clinic where they will play together again in multiplayer, which I find a bit of a waste of time because they've been doing that recently already, and then decided to fix the storms because they were immersion breaking and so forth. And I guess they want to play now to check out what's the next thing that feels most off-putting. But what feels most off-putting to me personally right now is the speed at which the bug report channel is scrolling versus the amount of bugs actually getting fixed. So, and I believe that the project clinic is actually them putting more time in playing than they should actually to find out what should and shouldn't be done here in the game. That is my feeling. I'm not objective about this. But I do feel as if that time would be better spent just going through the bug channel and fixing some bugs. Because that's the shit that we want fixed. In other words, yeah, maybe they should, when they do these, what's the term? These phases. There's a better term for that. I don't... sprints? Ah, yeah, I guess it could be called a sprint, maybe. Where they say, okay, this is now the next thing that we want to tackle, and then we do this for a week, 2 or 3 or whatever, and then we release another one, and then we move on to the next stuff. That maybe they should do this in an alternating way. One, follow exactly what the players are saying, like this is fucked, that is fucked, and so forth. And the other, you play it, they play it, and then they make up their own mind as to what should be fixed and changed. Maybe that would be the best approach. So I was out mining just now, I mean just in the previous episode, and then I came home and realized, fuck! And that's why I'm still pretty much full of stuff. Nope. Actually, what would happen then? What happens if I put gold in there? Oh, nothing, okay. 72 liters. Temperature 8 degrees, so that water is pretty cold. But the water that I just got from my fridge is even colder, so that's realistic. And I only drink water. And I recommend that you do that too. It's good for you. Just like the news as they're being presented to you on television, the so-called food that is presented to you in the supermarket racks is primarily made not so that you have something to eat and drink, or so that you're informed properly as to what's going on in the world, but so that those who make those products get money. I know, this is news to you, that's why I'm telling you that. I mean, it's not actually news to you, right? Why then do you act as if you don't know? 22 degrees, pressure in the room is 103 kilopascals, and temperature is fine, and lots of nitrogen. CO2 is a bit low, that's because we have a bunch of plants here, so before that gets too low, I should already consider that I need to find a way to get CO2 into the station. Of course, the best way to go is just use some waste gas from the furnace. And it would be cool, to cool that down while it comes in, using the cold of the planet, the moon. I mean, that would be meaningful. Yep. What is going on here? Why is this thing on? Oh, that was printing. Yeah, I remember. I was emergency printing lots of these guys so that I could pipe this here. Let me actually show where that goes. That's the transformer with its 50 kilowatts. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. So yeah, I needed a lot of those cables, and I was actually able to capture a little bit of power. Oh, look, they're at stage 2 now. A little bit of power that was still here from the sun, and now are they still turning? I would assume so. But okay, I mean we have lots of things to tackle, and what's the next thing to tackle? I'm not sure. So I would say let's look. Is there some emergency somewhere? Iron. We currently have 1 kilogram waiting in here, so no, that is not urgent. Having some CO2 when the demand arises, that could be called urgent, because I cannot just conjure that. Of course I can come up with some kind of makeshift emergency solution if the need arises, but that strikes me to be a bit risky. Hey, I'm just thinking. What I could do is I could put a filtration unit out here, into which I exit the stuff of the furnace, and then I fill that into CO2 canisters, and then I wait until those canisters are cold enough, and then I carry them inside, and then I open this. Now this is very, very makeshift, but it is also very viable. I mean, I would like to make an elaborate good solution for everything, like I just made one for the recycling in the storage room. But that was relatively easy to make, and also very compact. And also, it was a new thing I've never done before, and also it was very easy to see whether that would work and how extensive that would be. I'm sorry. Therefore, it was reasonable to tackle, and it's done. But, I mean, if I would want to get some gases from here, they would be very hot, the pressure would be very high, I would possibly have pollutant in there, and the question is, do I want to get rid of the pollutant, or do I want to keep it around? I mean, currently I would only be interested in CO2, but out here that would still have the potential to freeze. Let's see again what the phase change diagram is. Dioxide. This is for the liquid, doesn't matter, it's the same phase change diagram. So, if the pressure is high, then even minus 10 degrees is enough. Okay, so I just have to make sure that this is not colder than like 0 degrees. Then I will not have that problem. What will be in there too is nitrogen, and what will be in there too is pollutant, and maybe I can just use phase change to get rid of the pollutant. Because pollutant, depending on pressure, just have to make sure that the pressure is high enough then. Here we're talking 4 megapascals. Okay. So, I mean, let's just, I don't know, fill some container to a level of 20 megapascals, and let stuff seep out, and rig up some kind of alarm that makes sure that I don't forget that, and then when the temperature is fine, I will hear the alarm, get there, fetch the gas, go inside again, and maybe vent the system. There would be one way for me to get nitrogen gas and carbon dioxide at neat temperatures. Yeah. Doesn't strike me to be the dumbest idea. I mean, it would be very makeshift, and also, what if the developers eventually decide that minus 140 degrees Celsius or 1500 degrees Celsius on Vulcan during a solar storm these days is just not a temperature for you to operate your filtration units in? I mean, it might well be that that's coming. Or you could just say it needs to be role-played. We need to... I mean, the more extreme devices, like the furnace, okay, fine. But... Okay, I guess we can forget about that level of realism. What about cables? What about, I don't know, buttons? I guess we just have to accept that the game is not actually realistic, but just very fun way to play with realism. Alright, so, filtration unit could be... I mean, there's a lot of space here. I could just put it here. Let's do that. That's a new project. To get CO2 so that the plants don't die. Because I am certainly not breathing hard enough. Also need to expand the greenhouse. I have 4 solar panels here waiting to be installed, but I have no space yet where that could happen. And I think I would just make the solar hall a little bit bigger than it is. Problem is it's currently evacuated, so I would have to re-evacuate it. What else will I need? I will need a kit atmospherics, no, a gas utility non-insulated, because that's explicitly what I want. Multiple actually. What I also want is an IC10 that I plant in there that will run in the filtration unit to control it. And what about the brownouts? What will I do about those? I have not the faintest clue. Have to detach some stuff, I guess. Minimize it, and then make sure that other facilities are either small scale or are using heavy cables. Four pipe utilities, that's enough. Huh. Getting rid of some crap. These two are garbage, and so they are now to be garbaged. Oh, can only throw this in. What just happened? Shouldn't it have turned on again? There's something in the input slot, I cannot see that from here. I guess it was just too fast. I don't know, whatever. It should be working. Let's not deal with that. Do we have some more garbage here? Yeah, of course. I sprayed these here with this lovely color because, well, I've marked for destruction. And this guy I definitely don't need. Maybe I want to smelt some stuff. The arc furnace is one of the greatest power users in here and might actually be responsible for the occasional brownouts. I mean, apart from my stupid design here that had this consequence. So maybe I should make sure that the arc furnace is somehow separate from all of this. But I don't see how right now. Yeah, this is actually not all individual ingots, but you know, there should be 1 gram and 2 grams or whatever lying around here. The reason are the brownouts. You know, whenever this thing was kicking in, hey, I'm smelting now, behold, then it was interrupting itself, basically, and so it was spitting that out. Okay. Now I will remove some stuff away. Oh, because I now have the possibility to do so. I mean the time. Yeah, using the new key combination that we've been having now for about a month. Move all of type. Definitely got enough nickel, huh? Oh. Gold also looking very good. Same for coal, in case I ever need to make steel again. Steel is a steel now. Need to get rid of a reminder. Okay. This one is for building, wherever I'm building something. Save. What I could also do is I could automate the lights that whenever I leave the station or whenever I leave a room, that the lights shut off in there. That would be very productive, you know. But that really calls for localized chips, I think. And well, maybe I should actually go that way. I haven't done that yet in my entire, in quotation marks, which are again in quotation marks, career as a stationeer. I haven't done that really, to really separate the rooms, to separate the power networks. This is one of the most elaborate stations I've built so far. And I hope that I will keep going. I cannot promise it. Anything more that I can toss away? Yeah, this for example. Yep. Oh, while we're at it. At some point it will overflow and spit out what it has, despite being turned off by me automatically with logic as soon as the input slot no longer has anything. And then the centrifuge will kick in and it will keep running until it has digested everything, and then it will in support. I mean, the programming seemed very sound of it. I mean, okay, decentralized is the way to go. That a certain room, for example, has its own power network, not its own power supply. That would come from the central place here. Now, I don't need to have lockers really in every place in here. That's unnecessary. So I could, for example, reserve some place, oh, I see, I already did reserve some place, for some infrastructure. That corner there is exactly the same concept as this one here, for example. This is from my lander. I spray painted it red because I want my fuel to be red. Here we could store some more stuff. And, well, here we could place a transformer, which gives power to all of this here. And in that corner we could also have a chip. What I find very annoying, though, is that I cannot program that chip without dragging it into the laptop. So, but I guess that's really what I have to accept then. There has to be some... There is a downside and I have to live with that. Anyway, CO2 was the problem. This looks nice. This game would have a brilliant future. What we have seen so far is nothing. This is a shadow of what Stationeers will be at some point in the future. And the shadow is already more beautiful than most games. Because it's really yours. Your life. The way you want it. Everything meaningful. Everything meaningful. And the airlock is not a crafting recipe, but it's emergent. Just is an airlock because of the things that happen, not because of some part that says airlock. But apart from the logic in here, but that in turn can also just be replaced with your own programming, which is something I intend to do at some point. Anyway, so our first idea was to try to make that CO2 thing happen. So let's see. I should actually print a 5th pipe utility, so I can have 2 large tanks and 1 canister holder thing, which is also from the same kit. Okay, that was a bit quick. Now, pipes will also be required. Are those pipes out there insulated? Why? Unnecessary. 2, okay. Yeah, well, the Age of Abundance has begun. That's what I named episode 9. But it has only begun. That's why I don't yet have a shit ton of pipes lying around. I should have a shit ton of pipes lying around, since they're made from iron. And I have a stacker connected to this. Why stop printing? Yeah, power is kinda balanced, though this room is of course sucking a lot of it right now, with its 100 watts, 200 watts, 300 watts, with its 400 watts of lights. I could abuse filtration units or other atmospheric kits units to run the chip in, because they don't consume any power for that chip. None. Whereas the housing consumes 50 watts. But it has the upside of all these screws, not that I need them, and that you can access the stack. The IC10 has a stack, and you can use the housing to access the stack, to write it. I can, for example, write this stack with this chip, or write this stack with this chip via the housing, and so forth. But do I need this? I mean, it's just neat and cool and everything, and it also has this nice debug value. This is the daylight timing, I guess. Is there room in here for some atmospherics facility? I would say no. That would have to be out here. Yeah, it is constructed like this because, and maybe I should actually take the opportunity to change that, because I had a passive liquid drain here, but this did not help. It did not actually protect the pipes from being destroyed from the cold. So yeah. Okay, here we have power, then there we have a pipe, and that pipe would have to go into the filtration unit. Maybe we could put up more lights out here. No, currently I have power problems, not... yeah. Filtration unit. Somewhere here, and then it will make sure that it filters... Why even a filtration unit if I'm using... what's the word? Phase change. I don't need a filtration unit at all. I just need some way to pump and to control the pressure. Which, coincidentally, a filtration unit is good for, and controlling the pressure can be done with chips, so yeah. Actually, I should use a filtration unit, because then I can still decide at some point to say, hey, you know what? Now I want some pollutant. Give me that. Give me the pollutant. If I'm careful with that. I can just pump the hot pollutant, you know? Yeah, so I'm flexible. So I can do what I want. That sounds good. The furnace is already a total heat bleeder,
Power low.
so there is no need to try to attempt preventing heat bleeding by using insulated pipes. It's just no use. Oh, too bad. So currently it would just pipe everything through straight. Right? Wait, okay, let's see. If I use an oxygen filter in here, then what comes out straight is oxygen. What comes out here is anything that is not oxygen. Currently I have no filter in there. Doesn't this mean that everything comes out here in the unfiltered thing? That seems logical. Interestingly, I don't know where to connect the my output now. Really depends, right? Maybe I should make this configurable. Don't know. CO2, huh? Oh, I have just spray painted this dude. Could spray paint it brown as in waste pipe, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be brown. Brown is not a beautiful color. This looks quite like dangerous machinery, poison, hot, and so forth, whatever. Okay, so here would the pressure go, and then here I would have to decide some phase change shenanigans. The passive liquid drain should still work if I place it here, because it has orientation. I think that should work, not sure. Okay, and then we need the actual canister holder. Come on. Yeah, kind of like that. When this thing has dirt in it, I turn this on. Once it has power. Then there should be a chip in there that does some controlling. So this thing would be on the whole time, I guess, with 10 watts so that the chip can run, else the chip doesn't run. And then the chip can say mode 0 and this thing will be effectively off. And what I wanted to do then, is I wanted to just pump and pump and pump until the passive liquid drain, which I still have to install, and so forth and so forth. I mean, it's an experiment. We're playing with gas here, atmospherics and such. Passive liquid drain. Do I happen to have some lying around at this point still? Not today. I don't. Oh, it has made some pipes. Yeah, the pump is happening quite often, isn't it? I thought actually I had fixed that bug, or haven't I? Let me just, I mean, okay, cooling, import, edit. This is the cooling system. And here I'm saying if the pressure, if the temperature is greater than 24 Celsius, then station is too hot. Then I'm checking is the temperature greater than 22, then this will be a 1. Then I'm loading from the turbo pump whether the turbo pump is currently on and invert that. So if the turbo pump is on, R1 is 0. And so if the turbo pump is on, this will make sure that this thing that we had before, that the station is not yet too cold. Yeah, okay, this here would say if the station is still warmer than 22 degrees, we skip to station cooling done. But I have had brownout problems, and so the station was, the pump would just not stop pumping because of this error here, and in combination with brownouts, I believe. But now, if the pump is running, this will make sure that this bit will be set to 0, so this jump will not take place. Not sure if that's good. Yeah, passive liquid drain. Iron. Of all the things, I don't have iron here. I guess I should make some insulated pipes when we add it. And what's the next thing that I could or should smelt? Oh, what's this? More garbage. Wrong. So now I have a facility that will allow to suck gas from the furnace into the system, where it will then, via phase change, make sure that pollutant gets gone, and then we would only have nitrogen and CO2, which is just the stuff that I want. And then we can just put a canister here. There is no programming yet. I wonder, maybe I should... What happens if I have done all of this and I no longer need any gas? I mean, do I want all of this stuff to explode? I need a way to evacuate this, so I need an active vent. I guess currently it's just very manual, and maybe I should remove the chip again. Active vent, do I have one? I do. Oopsie.
Oxygen low.
Oh, reminds me, yeah, I forgot. I don't know if the previous episode also already didn't have that accidentally, maybe, because I'm currently quite recording at a rapid pace. I wanted to actually leave the helmet on. Oh, this doesn't work at all. I need to put some outlet there, some drain. Damn. I need a pipe cowl. Yeah, the beginning of the Age of Abundance. Oh, I could use a passive vent. Why should it be a pipe cowl?
Hydration critical.
What is it that I could smelt to test this facility? I have... how much invine constant do I still have? 64 grams of invar. Come on. Inconsistent is soda. I'm pretty sure I still have constant on. Where might that be? Oh, there is. Constant. I have enough of that. I don't need to make more right now. Huh. Then I don't need the furnace. This is... this perturbs me. CO2 already is at 13.9%. When a few minutes ago it was at 14 dot something. So yeah, we need to smelt something. And I do have enough steel. I mean, in case that would be a thought you go to. 200 grams, 200 grams, 5 grams. Oh my god, oh, the silver. And how much steel we have here? 64 grams, 115 grams. 40 grams. So yeah, steel is... we're going to have enough steel. Definitely. Well, let's look at the at the alloys then. It's not like there isn't an overview. I guess that's it. I have all of this stuff. How much solar do I still have? 88 grams. $100. I have enough of all of this. I don't need to smelt anything. Fuck! Well, then how about I don't smelt anything and just do a test run with some empty gas. Or I could do some fast smelting of other alloys, other materials that I need. Gold, copper, iron, silicon. Yeah, stupidly I have all of that also. Lead. Anyway, I want to do this now. Let's see. Oh, a smart canister? And not needed. Yeah, maybe I should have a smart canister with me, just in case things are a bit faster than I expected. Shit. Wanted to make 2, but this click made it 0. Yeah, and that's one of the things. When you engineer something, you need to make sure that the user interface, or whatever you want to call it, is safe in real life, you know? And that's why I find it pretty stupid that on, I don't know, Hentai Foundry and on all these AI systems where you can upvote or downvote the quality of what has just transpired, that those have their upvote and downvote buttons so close together. I mean, what gives, man? Why are you trying to make sure that if a mistake happens, the outcome will be the opposite of the intention? That's shitty engineering. Yes, it is. This one needs to be cabled up still. I will cable it to this, even though this cable is closer, because who knows what I will do later with cable networks. Okay. Yeah, let's heat up the furnace a little bit. Oh. Never mind then. What the fuck?
Power critical.
Yeah, not good. Need to clean this up stat, because yeah, as soon as I use the printers, shit will explode in here. Not good. What are the filters doing? 100%, so yeah, still good. I can't open the helmet actually. Huh. That's kind of an emergency then. Which tells me I only have one room to breathe and live in, and if this one's fucked, I'm fucked. Currently that's fine because I have the scrubber, but I certainly need redundancies. And the plants, they don't like the gas here currently, I mean, in principle. microwave.
Temperature high.
Shit. I didn't think of that. The microwave also sets the on fire. Shit. I mean, it would probably be harmless. There's Mr. Cleanup. Temperature is 59 degrees. So the cooling system is currently busy. Cooling the room down. And it is not very strong. We still have 56 degrees. Shouldn't it be cooling this down now? 50, what the fuck? All of a sudden 59 degrees? 60 degrees. It's getting hotter. Well, the cooling system was never meant to deal with a situation like this. Not good. Well, we have more CO2, that's for sure. Atmosphere is too hot. Yeah, tell me about it. I will duck and crawl into the fridge for the time being. Because as we know, fridges are the way to go when there's something fucked up. Just crawl into a fridge. It'll be fine. Stupid. Okay, it makes the thing entertaining, doesn't it? How are we looking? Yeah, pollutant is... Yeah, but the room is still way too hot, man. Here we have 53 degrees. Here we have 56 degrees. Anyway, let's do that again. While the station cools down. God damn it, I'm getting a reminder the whole time. I have to turn it off. Hey, by the way, it's 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Maybe we should switch the next episode to live, huh? I mean, the last one was 6, which now has 476 views and 13 likes. That's fine for such an episode, and no downvotes, that's cool. Episode 7. Establishing battery room and solar panel hall. Oh, it is already public. Oh, no, that was actually the last one. 237 views, 7 likes. Okay, whatever. Next one then. Episode 8. Completing solar and battery room's new storage area. Public, done, safe. There we go. Have fun. Have at it. Is there something in here now? No. Okay, tell me about the contents of this motherfucker. Still some O2, so we have not yet used up all that which can be used up. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hydration critical. Temperature low. Temperature critical.
Temperature low, you say?
Temperature low. Temperature high.
Oh, fuck. Need more large batteries. Temperature is now at 49 degrees. It's okay, it's okay. Still, atmosphere is too hot. Well, they're not currently growing, so I guess that's fine. I don't know if these can actually be destroyed by too hot atmosphere. Still have to do some tests. I actually have some video planned where I want to compare plants depending on different light conditions and so forth, and some time-lapse in parallel and shit. But you know, plans, and then you have to go to work, and then you get home, and I'm actually pretty much stoked that I'm actually recording these instead of just hanging around and watching something and you know, then I'm doing some stuff. Okay. I wanted to print some batteries, and now we can afford that actually. What about the pollutant in here? Aha, it has been reduced a lot, and this guy is now pretty much poisonous. I have to deal with that at some point. I think I can just connect that to a portable connector and then vent it into space or whatever, or gather it if I so wish. Power is okay-ish, but I do feel that I've installed these new things. So that should be the next step on the agenda. But no, we're not yet done with the current one. What dost thou say, smarty phone? Yeah, I wanted to print some large batteries. Gold and copper. I could destroy those too, but I mean, sometimes you might need a battery, and even a small one will do. Not having those, that would suck. Let me guess, there will be brownouts now, huh? Because now we have 1000 watts extra charge, plus 500, and another 500. And how much power are we eating right now? It's, 4000 watts. Oh, are we discharging or charging? Currently we are discharging. No wonder. What did I want to do? Yeah, I wanted to check this atmospheric shenanigans that I had put up out there. There should basically be no burnable stuff in there still. Yeah, okay, some extra oxygen, wherever that came from. Yeah, it's not a perfect mix, just tossing that shit in there. Yeah, fuel mixer is something I also wanted to do, but when? One thing after the other. So that's way too hot still. Aha, so we're getting some pressure in here. And here we're getting nothing. So I actually piped it up correctly. If there's a filter in there, everything that is filtered will come out here. If there's no filter in there, well then everything is filtered will still come out here, which is then of course nothing, because nothing's filtered. Yeah, and this will now go in here, and it will be at a high pressure, but it's also at a high temperature. Therefore, it's not so unlikely that if I just keep pumping this stuff without any regard, I will be on the safe side. And the worst thing that can happen is that a pipe bursts, because there's nothing here that can explode. Yeah. Let's just keep that running. What's the volume here? 1000 liters capacity. What do I have here? 500 liters capacity. So in other words, if I pump everything over, the highest I will achieve is like 2 megapascals. Who gives a flying fuck? Which, by the way, means that the pressure I will achieve here is not high enough for the phase change that I wanted to do. Huh. I have to remember that, else I will lose all those nice pipes. Or maybe a canister, maybe a inline tank will burst. We don't want that. Did I fix one? Yeah. Always. Thank you. Temperature is being fixed. Pollutant is very low. Lots of nitrogen, lots of CO2. So before I forget, let's check how fast all of that stuff out there is happening. Next thing then, we print a small transformer and turn the storage room into its own logic and power center, and the power will be coming straight from the station batteries, and there will be a switch there. Of course, the transformer itself. Man, God damn it, I'm speaking as if I'm the ChatGPT app. I kind of like it, but it is also very pretentious, isn't it? The way it sounds. Fully healed. Wouldn't be the worst thing to know the temperature that this thing has, and that's exactly what that ship could do, right? Filtration. Temperature output and temperature output 2. Temperature output is on this side, we don't give a fuck, and temperature output here is the one we care about right now. But I mean, well, But it should take the higher of the two temperatures and should warn if that is below a certain threshold. In case I want to reconfigure stuff here, then I don't have to change the source code. That's a bit hectic. No thanks. Nope. Okay, that good old stuff again then. If I program out here, I will actually witness that. How will it actually notify me? I mean, should I use a speaker once again? Or I could fully automate that. I could put a pump here that pumps into this thing, blah 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 blah. But all of those things could be done. The question is what needs to be done. It's like homework, you know? What do you do? The homework? Or do you play something? Hey Google, volume 10.
Sure.
Hey Google. Hey Google. Start a 10-minute timer.
Alright, 10 minutes. Starting now.
That should work. Then I check on the outdoors. Haha, I'm cheating. Well, it's like a detective game where you write things down on a piece of paper because you have to. Kinda. Transformer. And I got a feeling we're gonna need more of these guys. Meanwhile, I will drink the best thing that a human can ever drink. Pure water. So power would be coming in here. That would be very becoming. And or should I put it on the wall? Yeah, on the wall is nice, and I can use it. Is this the right side up? There's no labeling here, I guess. And then the power could go here to the left into a chip, and from there it could also sprawl towards the ceiling, where it will then end up in these thingies here. On the ground? It feels more natural if the transformer is down here, because it's more like infrastructure that you normally don't fiddle with. Okay. So we currently have 400 watts, 100, yeah, 400 watts in this room and a little more even. And these guys also sometimes, I mean, what's in the wall here will sometimes consume a little bit of water, so power. So how do I get the power from those batteries here? Of course, I have this transformer here, which is for controlled 50 kilowatt transport of stuff from here to over yonder. This is the power, and I need to bring it over there. I mean, it's hopefully convoluted, hopelessly convoluted in here. I cannot really move these batteries, and I wouldn't know where. I mean, over here, is that really the idea? That's... Nah. I could place some batteries here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would even look neat, I guess. Huh. Should I? Should I put the power storage in the storage room? Then I would have more space here. I don't know for what. Maybe for controlling the station, seeing some values, having some levers here. And then we would have a transformer. It's not the way. It's not really the way, or is it? Batteries down here. Transformer could actually be inside the wall here, I guess, because there's some space still. So then that entire network would actually be self-contained. We would have the batteries here, the transformer to it would be in there. How do they get their power from over here? I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's one of an option that sounds good and would be good, but doesn't have to be taken. Let's keep it here. How do I get the power over there? Ceiling, I would say. But since things would then be getting wild, don't mind me spray painting this entire thing. How much blue do we have left? Okay.
Oxygen low.
How much do we have left now? 33. These spray guns, you know. Okay, how cool are we now? Still that hot, motherfucker. Shouldn't it be cooling now? Well, it is cooling. We are convecting with the atmosphere 600 joules per game tick. Nothing radiated for whatever reason. I don't understand that though. Maybe it's so small that it's just not being shown. Hey Google, how long is the timer?
T-minus 3 minutes and 24 seconds.
Hey Google, add 13 minutes to the timer.
Done. 13 minutes added to your 10-minute timer.
Room is clean again. Come on. Batteries are full. Do I have any small batteries on me still? I don't think so. They are much more empty now, of course. Transform. So, now let's get that power over there. And once again, kill the DJ. There's a cable there. Oh.
Pressure critical.
Crap.
Oxygen critical.
It's not a part of the airlock. I guess so. I have to circumvent that then. So the last one, I have to wait for that one because, I mean, I want the logic thing over here first, so we need an IC10 and a housing. So splitting that up will cost me 50 watts, but it will then at least be split up. Then I have to extract the source code, but it shouldn't require any changes. Wait. Why is this thing not yet powered? Did I flip the directions? Which is the input and the output side? Come on, why can I not see this from here? Output. That was correct. Why is there no power here? Oh, right. I forgot. Sure. That's one of those moments, huh? Oh! That's even more wild. Currently this one is running. But I mean, okay, there's no problem here. There's no problem. Just need to cut this later and connect it here and done. Wicked! Okay, let's deal with the source code then. Need to extract it. So, import, edit, copy, go to external editor, paste. Let's see, turbo, arc furnace, gas sensor, volume pump, gas sensor, pipe analyzer, recycler. Here we go. The recycler and the centrifuge. New. Start. Yield. Yield. Jump. Start. Then take that entire recycler centrifuge stuff. Here it is. And cut it and move it over to the new source code. Yep, that's that. Do I still have that here? Yeah.
Hydration critical.
That needs to go. Turbo pump cooling setting. I think I have everything. Yep, paste. Now this has been reduced. The centrifuge stuff is no longer in there. And here's my laptop. Then to the other source code, copy, edit, paste. Here we go, recycler and centrifuge, start, yield, jump start, and then that whole centrifuge stuff here. That should be it. Export. Put it there in, and well, then connect the cables correctly, I guess. That was smooth. But does it work still? Do we have some garbage, maybe? Come on, something that I don't need. Huh? Tool belt. Oh, okay, okay. Why is that not yet spray painted? There's nothing in there, no? Okay. Okay. Seems to be fully working. This room is now its own circuit. On its own circuit. And while we're at it, I guess I will flip this one around, because it's kind of part of that room, isn't it?
Waste tank caution.
Shut up. I don't know what you think of this kind of ambient track. Maybe it's a bit too loud for the video, I'm not sure. Cannot tell. But style-wise, I totally dig that stuff. I don't know why. Okay, let's turn off the transformer. Bop. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, so if there can no longer be a brownout caused by that aspect of this whole stuff here, how much power are we consuming now? Now it's 1800 watts, and by the way, we should also have some cable analyzer over here. Only 5, but 5 should be enough for now. If I put it here, then I can see what's going on station battery wise. And I mean, we do have the cash, don't we? So I would say let's invest it then. So what's coming in from above, this is what we get. And what we are getting, or what's arriving here, ah shit. What's arriving here is this. $500 in here. Why? 500? Oh yeah, of course. 400, 450, and the chip. 500 watts are being used in here. And now we can actually say, whenever I leave this room, turn the motherfucker off, because now this makes sense. Can we actually say that this is a room? I don't think so, because this room is the same as the other. I would have to install a door or something like it. Still room 71. So I would say we should install a door here. Yeah. Right here. And do we have a door? Yes, we fucking do. And what should power this door? This room or something else? I think this should be powered from the main station. Because, okay, it's really a bit loud. What if I can't get into the room to turn something on that needs to be turned on? For example, the power. Should it be glass or composite? I would say glass. This rather calls for glass door. Okay, I'm drinking. Ah. Temperature has normalized, so, and all of that automatically. That's not bad. I mean, it was a bit weak. It's not like we had counterflow heat exchangers with active vent, with large powered vents and so forth. I had actually 2 of those systems in one room in one EUROPA base, just to see how powerful it is. It was powerful. Yeah. That's another 10 watts then. No. Yes. This could also become an automatic door at some point, if we so choose. That would feel pretty cool, I think, right? But how cool would it feel? Maybe we need to measure that. That, you know, I walk up to this thing and it opens the door, and same from this direction, and then when I'm not in the door vicinity, it closes it behind us. Wouldn't that be cool? It would be. The sensors, I believe, should be wired up to this part of the station, because the door is also wired up to this part of the station. Okay, now we can turn off the light automatically, hypothetically. Room 80, room 78, and we could also, so let's make 3 sensors and play around a little. Let's make sense of this. How many can we print? 2. Do we have 1 gold over here? No, but 4 grams. And I mean, sensors are needed all the time. In other words, that's harmless. So let's check out what's going on outside. Hey Google, how long is the timer?
T minus 47 seconds.
Oh, it's only 1 minute left. Well. Hey Google, add 5 minutes to the timer.
Got it. 5 minutes added to your 23-minute timer.
Can I have some? Oh, I needed 3, idiot. So I need a motion sensor. I could also use a distance sensor thing, but if I use a motion sensor, then any entering of this box here will open that door. So that's the way to go then, I guess. Bit tricky that I have to cable this up to over there, but I mean, so we have to go 3-dimension again then. Motion sensor. What is the very next step? Cable. Need more cables. Oh, I need to print more cables actually. Well, let's print more cables then. I should actually make sure that we have enough copper here. Currently we're looking good, but I should put more copper into the smelteria. How much copper do we have here? 89 grams. That sounds about right. Dude, and asshole. Then they need to be programmed. I can give both of them the same name because they are supposed to fulfill the exact same purpose. That would be storage room, sense motion, sense moti. That sounds wicked. Sense moti. So topic is storage room, topic is door of the storage room, thing that we're dealing with is sense moti. Oh, the door of course needs also a name. That would then be the door. Define. No, not dine. No, I have eaten. Thank you. Define hash. Define hash structure glass door. That would be door store. No, it would be door glass. Door glass storeroom. Almost. That's the door. Define sense motion hash structure motion sensor. I guess I'm not sure if that's the right. More sense structure motion sensor. And then we need to define storeroom. Storeroom. Okay. Very, very simple logic. Load batch named into R0 from the motion sensors that happen to have this name, whether they are activated, and then write batch named into door glass storeroom. Right, door glass. Into this particular door I want to write open R0, and that is all. That's the entire logic. It should be the entire logic. There's a little problem. They need to be connected, and they aren't. That makes it a bit tricky. Is it already the time? It's a trap. Stop! How are we looking? 108 degrees. Still. Hey Google. Start a 10-minute timer.
Sure, 10 minutes. And we're starting now.
Takes this long. Right, what am I doing inside? I need to be outside to lay some cables. Oh. I see a problem with this. No, actually no. This works. DJ. Okay, done and done. Now we have an automatic door. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la. One thing missing is, of course, that it turns off the light when we're not here, so let's do that with an occupancy sensor. That, though, needs to be cabled up to this guy, because that will be on this chip. So, storeroom, light, sense, occu. Come on. This doesn't make sense. Dude, there's no undo here? Fuck you. God damn it, why is that not abstracted? Stone Age. Storeroom, light, sense, occu. All copy, confirm. And then let's use Mr. Schlepptop to, I guess the source code is still current, but okay. Define sense occu hash structure occupancy sensor. Define sense occu light hash, and then we will just do the usual stuff. Load batch named into R0 from this guy, whether it's activated. And then we say write batch into, well, I should also abstract that up here. I define that up here. Define light hash structure light long wide. Names, by the way, that you can look up here, and then you can just click here and it's in your clipboard. So, yeah. Into that, we want to write on R0. Nice. And now we're saving a lot of power. 500 watts. Neat. And those 500 watts should make a difference. Cool. This actually feels like a real station now, this section. So the thumbnail, albeit a bit slightly faked in the previous episode, was deserved. Colorize. I think I go for black here, and here for red. Oh my god, what's the next step? I'm currently out of immediate things I need to do. That's not true, I have... Really? Have you seen that? The door is open now. What the fuck? Why does the door open if you toss something in there? Oh, I didn't know that. It reacts to things too? That's interesting. What can we do with that? There's a new dimension, dude. Will be triggered if there's a player in the same room as the sensor. The quantity variable will show the number of players. You can use configure... wait, occupants? No, that's not a motion sensor. Here we go. Originally developed on monitor dance... Sensor activates whenever a player enters the grid it is placed on. Well, either we have found a bug, or we have found a very cool thing that is in the game, even though no one knew. We just found out. Excuse me while I post the bug. So, bug reported, and I also suggested that maybe they want to add a mode variable. You know, humans, items, both. That would be nice. Huh. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Nope. Doesn't react to the occupancy sensor, at least does not react to the presence of items. That would actually have transpired already. Aha, now it's closed. What is the very next step? Solving the power problem still. Should the power room have its own power supply? What about, I mean, the logic room, should that have its own power supply? Pressure is pretty high in here. Why are the batteries already this empty again? What power is being drawn? 300 watts. Where's that power going, man? I need a cable analyzer right now. Because, I mean, the mystery of these batteries discharging apparently has not yet been solved. Turning off the deep miner facility wasn't quite the one answer that I needed. Oh, right, I remember. It's over here. Oh, crap. Wasn't that a thing that I was doing? I think so. Because, of course, the reminder went off when I was posting that bug. Well, no.
Oxygen low. Hydration critical.
Shut up. 75 degrees. Hey Google, start a 10-minute timer.
Short, 10 minutes. And we're starting now.
What am I doing? Oh, okay, doesn't matter. Cable network analyzer. What are the devices that are actually being powered by that cable? Some airlocks and such, I know, but 300 watts is a fuck ton. DM controls, the deep miner control chip housing 50 watts, okay. Area power controller 10 watts. Oh, closed. You can open and close these. I guess we could make some interesting dot matrix animations on the wall if we... Oh. Solar control. That would be the solar pointy thingy, controlly thingy. IC housing. Area power controller reversed. Transformer reversed. Not currently consuming anything. Why ever? Lights, wall light. Wall light is probably the ceiling light here. Battery charger, light round. Oh, really? I mean, this consumes this amount of watts. Huh. I'm really underestimating the amount of power that you need here. Oh well. I would say one of the measures to be taken is print some more batteries. So whatever power we make will also have the capacity, see what I did there, to be stored somewhere. Let's say 4 more batteries if we have the resources for that. Then I guess we should expand the solar panel thing and also program it so that it points in the right direction. Not solar, battery. Gold, copper, steel. If you make 4, that's 80 gold, 80 copper. Oh, well, and 80 steel. Huh. And the age of abundance would mean that eventually I have tablets for certain purposes, and I mean multiple of these per purpose. I can make exactly 8 batteries with this. Okay. Power is increasing. Good. May actually be related to this, no longer be a waste. Is it morning? Is morning dawning? I can no longer look at the solar panels to tell me that because they are stupid in the brain. How can I... I mean, okay, I did this already on EUROPA once, where I was detecting which the first moment was when and so forth, but very iffy. I mean, what if, for example, the solar panels are out of power, and so they're pointing, for example, up there. The sun, though, starts over there and then goes up there and then there, and of course not the sun is moving, but okay, yes. So then the solar panels would not know where the morning is, and then bang, all of a sudden they would receive light, and then they would remember this is the position, and then they would maybe lose power during the night or whatever. I mean, the sun is to be along the horizon. They would then reset themselves to point there, and so we would waste quite some time. I wonder what I could do to make them point in the right direction. I mean, one thing I could do is just I put a solar panel there that I manually point, and then I would just use that for reference while the sun is not up. That doesn't sound like the dumbest idea. But I can do another thing. I can detect where the sun is when... But that's not helpful here. I don't want to detect where the sun is when it is creeping above the horizon, because it could still result in the solar panels resetting themselves to that position, the sun suddenly appearing up there sometime later, the solar panels not getting enough power to reorient themselves, and then we are fucked again. In the ass, in the ear, in the head, and in the toenail. So, what is the solution for that? Other than me hard-coding basically the right orientation, which is currently my go-to solution. I mean, that if I don't find another answer, that's my answer. Is Europa tidally locked? Maybe. By the way, how many potatoes do we still have? 8 potatoes. I wonder if I should prepare some potatoes. Wouldn't it be nice if those wouldn't look so plasticky, I think. I mean, the sound is like dirt and such, good, but the visuals are saying, this is plastic! These will hold for 10 hours in there, and these ones for... not forever. Do you have some batteries already? Yeah, two of them. Don't need those pipes around, not those cable analyzers. What's that? That's not necessary. And the laptop? Yeah, that's exactly what I would want now to solve this orientation problem. How, though, would I solve this? Batteries currently have some power, that's why these guys are currently still ticking with the sun, I believe. Not sure. Should I make a little box that is evacuated too, or some extra area here where there's a solar panel that's not doing anything, it's just manually pointed somewhere? La 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 la. All of that sounds so very weird. But okay. Weird is my second and third name. You don't know my third and second name because you also don't know my first name, but I'm in principle, that's... yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. This stuff goes into the building room. Do I have some more space? I do not. So let's just toss that stuff over, because there's a locker there, just waiting for this. Shit. Where are the fucking steel sheets? Why did I forget them? Oh yeah, 10 minutes are over. Stop! Uh, 44 degrees in 10 minutes from 70 to 40. Yeah, but things are getting interesting now. Are they, though? I mean, the temperature will fall slower the colder this gets, because the thing against which they're rubbing, so to speak, is now closer to what it is. Still very far away, but closer. I guess we can risk another 10 minutes. Hey Google, start a 10-minute timer.
Got it. 10 minutes. And that's starting now. Next step. The batteries, I would say. Do we have enough cables? No, we don't. I need some heavy cables. Then I guess I need to print some heavy cables, no? Well, can't hurt is what they say, so... Better safe than sorry. V cables. Meanwhile, the deep miner facility is waiting out there to be productive, and it's not producing anything. Nothing. Whatsoever. I guess I need to use a transformer again to give these guys a little jolt, huh? Right. Yeah. It's turned on, good, so the logic would do that. Nice. So we don't have to worry about the batteries in the middle that I stupidly placed already. Save, pause, check, check on the video that I published, and here we have, okay, one upvote, one downvote. Thank you, asshole. 23 views.
Huh. Guess I have to actually reach through the walls now. Question is, what would I do if that were not possible? I think I should recharge my jetpack. 35, no, 30. 32, yeah, good guess. But let's just say this, what I did there doesn't work as an emergency measure unless I attach some radiators. Which is an option. I wonder if I should do that just now. Print one radiator, connect it, and then see how fast this drops. Where was I? Yeah, of course I want to turn this thing on again. To pump over some power. Just for a moment. We'll turn it off again very soon. Aha, all batteries are charging. What about these ones? Oh, I forgot those actually, but no, that's not the moment to fix that. I don't want to lose all power in the main station, which might be the result of this. Yep, it might be the result of this. It sucked a whole battery empty in this time. Huh. I don't have any pipes with me. Shit. That is one of those moments when you start considering carrying some jetpacks in a jetpack. Huh. Before I forget. $25? $25. I mean, it's a bit unpleasantly out of reach, but on the other hand, it fits the mood, I think, to put this thing on top. On a topper. And then let's see if we can see how fast the temperature descends. Currently 24 was just 24.1, 23.9, 23.8, 23.7. Okay. Change of pace. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. God damn it, these things are strong. 17, 16 degrees. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. I don't know how I would even deal with this if this were the default. 1 megapascal, I mean, we should get into phase change fun very soon. Or is it too... oh, might be too low for the pollutant. Oh my fucking god. Pause. Okay, how much pressure do we need? Okay, the pollutant would definitely stay in there if I continue like this. I need higher pressure. Damn. Okay, of course I could just like take some gas from the atmosphere, but that is so cold that well, let's just say I didn't think this thing through correctly. I think we can say that. No. Stop. Oh, well, let's add some more spice to this then. Oh, it's still on. Wasty, wasty. Now don't use the lever. That would otherwise be a very unpleasant experience. Oh, right, turn it off. I don't want any of that crap in there. Oh, it's too late. Now I have some volatiles in here. Shit. A pipe igniter could help. Could solve that problem. Huh, let's get one. And actually that reminds me, I could just have such a production facility indoors. Huh. Not the dumbest thing, I could have a pipe that's insulated to the outdoors. For, you know, passive liquid drain and what do I need? Exactly 50. Hello. Oh, fuck. That's not the best choice. Pipe igniter. I guess that would be here. Kit pipe igniter. Electrum. Okay, we have that. How full are we? That's good. Okay. I wonder what the pressure will be after I ignite this. Probably not very high. Because it wasn't that much gas yet. That's the power side. And here... Oh, power and logic's on the same side. No. Well, I should use grey in principle, but I think this warrants red. Alright, so what's the stuff in here? We have some oxygen, we have some volatiles. No more. Hello? What? Is that not happening? It's not igniting? Are you shitting me? Oh,
Hydration critical.
Stupid! There was a pipe that was in the vicinity, but that doesn't make it the pipe to be. You know, that's not the pipe we need to use. Okay.
Hangar caution.
Yeah, the pipe igniter, by the way, has some rotation problems. An actual bug. At least I'm convinced to have correct memory of such. And when I recently made that video about the suits, where I also demonstrated some EUROPA heating techniques, I ran into that again, so it's probably true. So again, let's see what's in there, and let's see what's in there afterwards. Currently minus 11 degrees. And now... Aha, now it's fucking hot. 4, 5, 6 something megapascals. And what about the furnace? Oh? What? Whoa. The furnace is full of volatiles. Nothing else is in the furnace. Why? How? What? Is that filtration unit so fast? Anyway, let's put some oxide in there then. Oh, maybe I just didn't click enough. Maybe I just hadn't clicked enough yet, so nothing was happening there. Had nothing to do with that. That's possible. 11 megapascals and rising. I guess it could use a couple more volatiles, huh? So here we have 8 megapascals, pretty hot, and still volatiles because there's not enough oxygen in there. And here comes the sun. So are we getting power? By the way, let's check the furnace first. That's a classic. Yeah, looking good. A little bit more burning going on, but it's already cooling down, so no danger. We should get about 5,000 watts now. Auto charging. What's coming in is 5,000 watts. 4.97 kilowatts. So that's what you get on EUROPA if they are placed like this, zigzag pattern in a hall like that with 23. It's 23 of them. And 5,000 watt is not much. I mean, EUROPA is not quite ideal for solar. EUROPA is calling for wind, I would say. Should also make some tall wind turbines, maybe. Yeah, I could actually augment these guys by some tall wind turbines. That would be a neat thing. Though I think that I don't have the materials yet. Turbine... Wind turbine requires a kit, and the kit is made from electrum steel. Oh, never mind. Electrum steel copper. We can make some tall ones. Oh, well, let's do that then to spice this place up a little and get some more power. And there's no hurry. Why? Because the wind also blows at night. Because it is a fucking whore. Seven megapascals, no longer rising. Still burning up some stuff. Majority is O2, that's good because here we have a majority of volatiles. So let's pump that in here then. Here we have a pressure of 20 megapascals, so that would become 40 megapascals, 48 megapascals. We are on the safe side. I mean, the volume here is 560, the volume here is 1000, so that cannot overpressurize. 600 degrees Celsius, 1200 that too, it will cool down. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing bad can happen. Let's start with some wind turbines. Turbine. Let's make 4. Upright wind turbine. No, the actual one. Copper and steel and electrum. Steel and copper. Enough steel, copper for 5, electrum for
Power
more.
critical.
Main station is looking good, battery-wise. What? Oh. Save. It's printing pretty slowly. Let's make 5, why not? I don't know where to place those yet. In principle I could put them here in the front. But I don't want to expand the power capacity of the main station at all. It's just supposed to be the core survival thing that has everything that we need to get going in all directions. And that's what it is. It is what it is. And that took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like 50 of the 50? Is it really that fucking many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 28, no. 28 wind turbines. Huh. Interesting. So, how are we doing? The furnace is still at 9 megapascals, that's a lot. And here we are at 17, so all is well. Burn! That doesn't do much, I guess the oxygen is just too low. Yeah, but I still need to get rid of the oxygen. Of the volatiles. Oh, what was again the volatiles phase change diagram? Definitely not friendly to my cause, because I'm not gonna cool it down to this degree, literally, and no. Not gonna happen. Next steps. Wind turbines, where would I put them? And how is the battery room doing with those 5 kilowatts coming in? Well, there's a lot of space now for power. Lots of joules and verns could be put in there. It would make sense, I guess, to make a foundation here to place the tall wind turbines, because that is so neatly one topic over here, you know? Yes, you do. I just told you. Yeah. Steel frames and steel sheets. Are we done? Is it finished? Okay. Those seem to fold pretty nicely. What do I need to build them? Turbine. Steel sheets, of course. Cable coil and a screwdriver. I have all of that. Maybe I should have... right. Should I lock this so I don't accidentally... Again, I have too much shit with me. Let's put... no, this is for the logic room. Don't need the pipes right now. Should take more steel sheets. Music. Why are you doing this to me, you asshole? And of course, steel frames. A bunch of these.
Going out, almost 400 watts for lights and shit. Coming in, 4 kilowatts. Required 40 megawatts, megajoules or whatever. That's not quite visibly changing. 39.9. Okay, 1 day is not enough to charge all of these. 39.8. I need to lock these wind turbines away behind 1, 2, 1, 2. Sufficiently large transformer, because one of these produces 20,000 watts in a storm. I know the Stationpedia tells differently, but it's wrong. That is the human written text, and it has been established pretty much surely that that will not work. Yeah. And the upright wind turbines, they are claiming 800 watts during a storm. No, it's 1000. Why am I welding this fully? That's not meaningful. Oh, I forgot this one completely. Lol. So, how can we place them now? How much space do they actually take? There's only one build form. For whatever reason, there's a logic connector. What do they do logic-wise? Power generation? Okay, that's not the worst thing to know. Prefab hash, reference ID, name hash. So that's all? I'll just ignore this then, huh? And the next one? Can be placed here already, nice. So their footprint has actually shrunk a bit. What was I doing, bringing only these few steel sheets? It was enough, yeah, but coincidentally. Hello, wind power. This all needs to be connected with big ballsy cables. The music is kind of fitting to this. I need more heavy cables, it appears. Is the furnace now finally empty? There's some CO2, millimoles, which we don't give a crap about. And here we have 33 megapascals at 700 degrees, which is very, 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 very much. So let's see how fast this cools down with our nice little thingy up there. 702, 700, it sounds like, this looks like a countdown, which is like 2 seconds per degree. Now we have pollutant that should bleed out. The volatiles are gone for whatever weird reason that I can't fathom. 10 minutes is 600 seconds. Yeah. Hey Google, start a 12-minute timer.
Sure, 12 minutes. And we're starting now.
Need heavy cables. Oh yeah, and a big transformer, or even 2, I'm not sure. And there was some problem with power doubling, right? I'm not sure. We should... Okay, let's make 2 large transformers, which I can make. And bring some more heavy cables and cable analyzers. 3 of them. And then heavy cables, yeah. And maybe also some not so heavy cables. Well, things have gone better. So what have we achieved in this episode, which is over soon, by the way? This room is now on its own power network. Yet the logic is here in the room, so I'm changing to a distributed logic concept, I guess. I don't know. It makes more sense to have this localized. It's no longer hanging from the main power network, but it is its own. It has an automatic door. Still, all right, spits that out immediately. Do I have some more steel sheets? I do not. I might need them though. Power. Looking good. Temperature under control. I'm running in circles here. Yeah, it would be cool to have some really fast walk-through airlock here. Coming in, 5 kilowatts, actually a bit more. I mean, it's a bit more than it was before. The sun is in a even more useful position. This is where the power is coming in from the solar panels. And what color should I give these? White, maybe? Because like air, you know, the wind. Dude. Connected. So, how are we doing? 1 like and 1 dislike. Okay. Doesn't make me happy if that was the goal. I hope it was justified in some way, because if not, then we have an unreasonable person. Or someone who misclicked, also possible. With a cable like this, feels a bit off by 1, but I guess it's fine. I mean, the transformer also has to be in a place. And where though? It doesn't really matter. I could just pipe in here through the wall. And I guess I will. This is where we go, yep. Okay, a transformer, where's the input, where's the output? Can we see some arrow? Yes, we can see the output arrow on the right side and the input arrow on the left side. So this placement is ultimately correct. And can I place 2 of these here? Quasi. And I hope this doesn't double the power, because that would be wrong. I don't want to double the fucking power, I want to get the fucking power. That's what I want. Oh, they are already painted white. I need to refill my jetpack.
Waste tank caution.
Oh, waste tank. And what's this? Why is the power going here? That's the
Hydration critical.
connection between these 2 battery sections of the room. Yeah. Shit. Okay, one thing missing. We set... Turn on. And... So how high do we go? I guess 24,000 watts, huh? Because they too consume some power. And so if we would be piping through 100,000 watts... Wait, what am I saying? I mean 49, haha. That would be almost 100,000 watts during a storm, and then on this side we would have blown cables. But I think the cable, logic is fucked up anyway, so that we cannot be sure whether this actually works. Maybe I should have put yeah, I can now not measure what's really coming in. Anyway, okay, let's do something luxurious. yeah, very effective. Ah, come on, the wind turbine is in the way here. And let me guess, here it is, the transformer. Supposedly generated by the wind turbines, almost 1,000 watts. And what's coming in here? 6,700. So, I think we have power doubling going on, man. Let's turn one of these guys off. So, 500 watts going out. Ah, damn. Could you, like, make up your fucking mind so we can take some measurements here, you faggot piece of asshole? Yeah, some spray painting. Yeah, I could spray paint these white too, by the way. Because the others I have respectively painted blue, coming from the solar panel system thing. Okay, speed, here we have 100. How am I supposed to measure anything like this? Wind! Blow me! Okay, how is this then going? We have some wind turbines, tall ones, hello. Isn't it tall? Hey Google, how long is the timer?
T-minus 14 seconds.
14 seconds. Hey Google, add 3 minutes to the timer.
Done. 3 minutes added to your 12-minute timer.
Well, there's a simple way to find out what the fuck's up here. And that's this. Currently coming in 500-ish watts, and here we have 600-ish watts. Now let's turn the dude on. Coming in 700-ish watts, and here we have, okay, it doubles the power. Ah, fuck. So instead of allowing me to get 100,000 watts through, despite everything talala, this will cheat power into the reality that is otherwise not there. And of course I will not do this because it's bullshit. Rocket works! Oh well. So the maximum we can get then is indeed 50,000 watts. Which is plenty. Maybe I should have removed the other one, huh? Oh well. I think I need to recharge my
Power low.
tool batteries. So, coming in. 1 fucking watt from these guys. Okay. And here 5 kilowatts because, yeah. Anyway, that's better, I guess. Let's deal with our personal needs then. Temperature here is 250. Ah. Hey Google, stop. Tool batteries.
We've got a passion. We've got a passion. It's called peace. We've got a passion.
200 degrees though. It's cooling so slowly. Should I add another radiator? It's taking too fucking long. The mass of gas is ass.
We've got a passion.
I should double it, huh? Okay, let's go all out. Make 3 radiators. So we have 4. Quadruple it. And get a bunch of pipes. Okay, that's enough. How fast are we nosediving? Very, 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 very slowly. 193. Takes like 4 seconds per degree. And now 187, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's more like it. Coming in, 1600 watts. So we're currently charging with 6600 watts. Nice, nice, nice. Actually, since these guys are stepping so much on the gas, and they will do that also during the night, at least sometimes, and I can actually add some more. I mean, how many more could I reasonably add? How about either I remove these frames or add some more? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There could be 12, and so that sounds like a very, very good power source. I want to do that. And of course I disposed of the building materials already because... blah. So let's print how many more? One more here. One more here. Two more here. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have 7 and 5 is 12. Yeah, 7 more. And more batteries. 110 degrees. Already the pollutant is becoming liquid, and so we should be experiencing liquid on the ground here actually. I guess we're gonna find some frozen stuff rolling around here soon, huh? Yellowy piss. I can export that to idols for the next Deus Ex episode. Turbine. So how many what do we want to make? 7. So we need 70 copper, definitely more steel, definitely more electrum. And then I need the building materials. And yeah, I wanted to actually refill my jetpack at some point in the future.
Jetpack critical.
Lots of steel sheets. Pipes are no longer needed. My oxygen could also take some topping up.
And I wanted to say thanks to everyone that supported Soma FM and kept us on the air.
Oxygen low.
Yeah.
Oxygen critical. Low pressure.
Let me guess, 110. It was at 180, wasn't it? 4 degrees. Wait a second. Let's check this out. Here we have CO2, tons of it. And what's the pressure? Oh, that's important. 5 megapascal, that's fine. So now we have 5 megapascals of almost pure CO2. Bit cold maybe. And the rest I dispose of, else I would have unpleasant stuff here. So let's dispose. Yeah, so the mission, however radically stupid or weird it was a success. That would make 6. Yet we still have these stupid black shadows.
Waste tank critical.
Shit.
Temperature low. Temperature critical. Temperature low.
That was wasteful. Well, maybe not that wasteful. This is CO2. I'll just take it with then. More power. Ow. What's coming in? Nothing-ish. Well, the batteries are looking good. And I think they're looking good enough that we can now dare to turn on the motherfucker. Are we down here? I would assume so. Yep. Is this off? Okay, we're done here. Office. Yeah, I got an office job. I have to turn everything off. That's what they pay me for. So, what do we have here? Uh, 4 megapascals of CO2. Slightly colder than the room. That's not so nice, but okay, whatever. A little bit of nitrogen also. And in the room, oh, we could actually use that stuff, so... Let's open both of them. And pump out the rest. How many do we have? 8. Well, how many do I need? I needed 7. Okay, I can just recycle one. And now after all of this, how many kilopascals do we have? Percentage? 17. I think it was 15. So this measure does help, but it's ridiculous, man. We need a better way to do this. I can just make a CO2 manufactory in here with a I need heavy cables. With some pipe igniter. But I mean, why did I just do this? All this thing? Because it's fun. And we needed some CO2. Why not Zoidberg? I mean, right? Power. Oh, right. I wanted to make 7, then I made 1, carried it here, and then I made 8, so that's why we have too many. That sound gives me a stiffy. What is happening here? We get 2 kilowatts coming in. That's it. We should now have all of them cabled up, theoretically. What's coming in? Nothing. But the numbers are jumping wildly, indicating that we have a strong multiplier now. Basically, as when you trade on margin or otherwise are using some means to have strong leverage. And what's coming out now? 4,000 watts almost. Let's check the cabling. Connected on this row with each other. Connected on this row with each other. Same here. Now, are the rows connected? They are. So now we have 12 tall wind turbines stepping on the gas. In other words, 240,000 watts coming in, not that we can use them, when there's a storm. Yep, that's what this is. And look at those batteries. Hey, we were so alone. Okay, I'm gonna print some. No, don't worry. I'm gonna print batteries so hard. Gold, copper, steel. Of course, the usual suspects. I don't actually have the resources that I really want for this.
Hydration critical.
Need more gold. How many can I make with this? The lowest, they're all 20. The lowest resource is copper, so that would be 4. I could make 4. And I have 4 steel sheets. I believe I need 2 per battery. I think I had observed that earlier today. From that we make the station battery, and that takes 2 steel sheets, so we need 4 more. Blowing through resources as fuck. Pipe radiator. Tall wind turbines, as if there's nothing. Yeah, just tuck those away. Ah, that's nice. And some CO2. And I happen to accidentally have mined water somewhere, I guess. Nice, I can just look here to see what's still in there. I have to get used to that. And did someone... No, still one upward, one downward. Sad face.
So we should have 2 empty smart canisters here.
I shall now read to you a poem in Mandarin.
One battery. So let's complete this row then. I guess I wouldn't make these ones first, because why the fuck not? Ah, shit.
The next poem that I will read to you is in French, titled Le Mariage. This poem has been published in 1987. This is how it goes.
No, all is fine. All is what? I thought I had montaged it wrong. Nice track. I hope that's not a copyright thing. Okay, looking good. Are they full? No, there's still some room, so I can get some more batteries. What's that track? Tosca. And that's the last one.
The title of this work is Rondo a Capriccio in G, opus 159.
Really? How does this happen? Such a simple problem. Makes you wonder if the backside is wired up correctly. Ah, no, motherfucker. Why are they... Why is... What?
I did. Oh, fuck! Everything is wrong about this.
Power low.
What? Oh. Wrench. What is happening? This should actually be correct. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't have the power in the air yet, so how will they be charged? They won't be charged. Bad. What? Okay, so for whatever reason, this doesn't count as being inside that frame. Huh. Good thing the frame is really not picky where it's placed. Okay, 4 more batteries are in play. How much power is coming in this late evening? Oh right, that's what we're using. 1000 watts. What's coming in is 4000 watts. Dr. Watson. And I think that's the end of the episode. So how are we looking here? Almost full with iron. Almost full with iron. Almost full with iron. So I guess that very soon, I mean whatever soon really means, we're gonna get 2 more complete iron thingies here.
And we still have some iron in there. I just don't know if it's a big one. Oh, now I know. Oops, I did this an accident. Anyway, I would like to, for safety reasons, bring both of these with me. Because at some point we're gonna have to make some more steel. And why not make a shit ton, you know? Not a ton, but a shit ton, as in 2 kilograms. Which is what would result from these, I think. Yeah, that's it then. That's it for this episode. Actually got some cleanup done, some improvement. Yeah, baby, yeah. Cool, cool. And it's gonna get 1 downvote, 1 upvote, and 15 views. Let's see how many we have by now. 39, and still 1 up, 1 down. God damn it, what's going on, man? Anyway, this is it for now. See you, or possibly, maybe not.